Welcome everyone to the Real Life Trading Morning Program recording about an ad reduce. Today is September 28th, it is 10:53, and my name is Brad Reed, and I am a real life trader. And I'm here reminding you to be good, and by good I mean get out of debt, achieve your financial dreams, and give generously to your community. We have just gotten triggered in to an ad reduce, so allow me to remind everyone to make sure your position sizes are correct. We're going to lower the stop to 53.77 on Starbucks and make sure all of your position sizes are correct. So for those of you on the recording, we have a chat pane which you currently cannot see. And we also have a Group Me application, which every time we do an official trade, we send messages not only in the chat pane, but also to your mobile device of choice. And please allow me to not, oh, let's see, it looks like I have some background things going. All right, well, I hit record and then our trade triggered. So let me get everything official in my personal account because I am trading this in my personal account. All right, we are all good to go here. So I'm going to take some lines off and I'm going to walk through how we did this ad reduce. So I'm going to take that off and take that off. So here was our original trade on Starbucks. And again, today is September 28th of 2016. We have a pivot here drawn at 53.82. A strong break below it. It came back up and went sideways, while the 10 moving average, the volume weighted average price, and eventually the 20 moving average, exponential moving average, came down and started applying pressure. And down here, the bearish volume is higher than the bullish volume. So these are all signals that we look for. We can get 2R on the original trade setup before the pivot here, 53.43. We usually like that 2R pivot a little bit higher, but I really like the gap and I really like the setup. We actually got triggered in to the penny on that candle right there. Well, what we noticed after we got triggered in is that this volume weighted average price started acting as really solid resistance. We got some beautiful sideways action here. These moving averages are coming down like gangbusters. So I went ahead and decided that I wanted to add some shares to our position, and I lowered our stop. So what we decided was that we are still more bearish than bullish on Starbucks, and what we could do is lower the stop to there. That would take quite a bit of risk off the table on our original position. And then if we're taking some of that risk off, we can put some of the risk, not all of it, back on by adding more shares down here. So again, this original risk was a full R. And what we noticed is that if we lowered the stop here to 53.77, we're taking about 60% of the risk off the table. So the remaining risk from there to there is about 40% of the original risk size. So if I wanted the new total risk to be half an R here, and man, it's hard to write legibly. I have trouble writing legibly with a proper utensil, let alone with a mouse. So if on this new trade we want a total risk of half an R, basically we can add about 0.1 R of shares there. So that's kind of how the math works. Now, we built a calculator over here on our trade journal that does the math for us. So the original entry was 53.71. The original stop was at 53.84, and I risked $100 on that trade. The new entry would be 53.68. The new stop would be 53.77, and my new risk would be half an R. Well, what the calculator does is it calculates that the current new risk with the new stop and the original entry would be 0.46 R, which means I have 0.04 R left to add. And so if I consider how many shares I can add based on $100 R, that comes to 42 shares based on the original position. So when Starbucks crossed through 53.68, I sold an additional 42 shares, and I lowered my stop on all of the shares to 53.77. So now if I do get stopped out on the Starbucks trade, I would only have lost half an R total. If I win and it gets all the way down here to 53.45, then I will not only get the 2R on the original position, but on the additional shares, I'll also get about about 3R or 3 times that new reward. So it's a way to lower the risk, the overall risk on the position, adding your shares to bump up your reward just a little bit. Questions, comments, and concerns, you can email me. Let's see, I'm not going to try and write out my email address, but my email address is brad@reallifetrading.com. And for more videos like this, go to www.reallifetrading.com. We've got a bunch of videos on how to trade stocks. All of that is free. Swing on over, check it out. And once again, Starbucks, September 28th. If you go check a 5-minute chart, you can see if we made it all the way down to our target or if we got stopped out. Now, if this thing breaks down and runs slowly, we will be lowering our stop continually throughout the day so that we can eventually just take the risk off the table and lock in somewhere between a small gain and a large gain. Cool. Well, thanks for watching this video. And again, for more videos like this, go to www.reallifetrading.com. And as always, trade on logic, not on hope. Have a good one, everybody.